Hello friends, welcome to my channel Hira Techies. This is our Angular 21 tutorial for beginners part 14. So in this video we can talk about lifecycle hooks in Angular. First let me tell you what is lifecycle hook. A component's lifecycle hook is the sequence of steps that happen between the component creation and its destruction. Each steps represent different part of Angular process for rendering components and checking them for update over a times. So totally we have 8 hooks we can explore one by one. The first one is ng on init. So this ng on in method runs after Angular has initialized all the components inputs with their initial value, and also it will run exactly one time. So let me show you from the code. I have created one new component lifecycle. So here we can include our hooks in the two way. Okay, the first one is we can implement this on init. Okay, so if you are implementing, obviously we have to implement the respective function. Okay, so here we can remove this error. Instead of that we can add some console. So now, so currently our application is running, we are in the lifecycle hook component only. So if I am checking here in this console, see, lifecycle component is initiated. Okay, and also as per the latest update, it is not mandatory to doing this implementation. Okay, so let me show you. I am removing this one, and in this import section also I just removed everything. Okay, we can completely remove this function. We format it. So I am manually providing this function ng. Okay, we can add one console also. So let me verify this one. I just refreshed. See, we are able to see the same console message. Okay, so here the thing is we have to follow this syntax. Okay, so this O should be capital, and also this init, here the I is caps. Okay, so if you're looking for the use case in the initial load, if you want to perform any actions like fetching data from the services, those function we can call in the ng on in hooks. Okay, so we can move on the next hook, ng on changes. So this ng on changes hook will be executed there is any value changes in the input control. Okay, and it will be executed in the initialization time before executing our ng on in hook time. Also, if there is any value changes in our input control, it will be executed. So let me show you from the code. So in my previous examples, the data transfer time. So here we have used one app child. In this child component, we have declared some inputs. Okay, so here I am going to have this ng on changes hook. Okay, so here also the syntax, this O should be caps, and again this C also should be caps. Okay, I'm changing the URL transfer. Okay, see, so it is executed. ng on changes called. So also if I'm changing any value, so whenever the value got changed, it will be executed. And also we can track the values, symbol changes. So here we can take this height input. We can take the current value. Also we can track the previous value and the first change. So let me check here. Okay, we got a 0, undefined, and a true. For the better clarity, let me add some static text as well. Current value, previous value, and the first change. Okay. And now you can see the current value is 0. There is no previous value, so we got an undefined value. And is it first change? Yes. Now if I'm trying to give true, okay, we got a current value 2 and the previous value 0. If I'm changing this into 5, so I completely removed and added. That's why we got the previous value was empty. Now if I'm giving, okay, okay, we are able to track all this information. So the main usage is in this input change, if you want to execute some other functions, we can call in this ng on changes hook. Okay, so next we can move on ng on destroy. So this ng on destroy hook, it will be executed once just before a component is being destroyed. Okay, so the example is simple. While we are using the different routes, so currently we are in transfer. Okay, now I'm moving to life cycle. Okay, so that means our life cycle component is in the active mode. So now if I'm trying to move on the different pages, so then our life cycle component is destroyed. Okay, so because based on the routes only we are displaying the certain components. So let me show you again. In this life cycle component, I'm adding this ng on destroy hook. Okay, now if you look at the console, we are able to see this ng on it is called. Okay, now I am trying to move on the some different pages. So currently we moved to analytics page, and in the existing component the on destroy hook is executed. Okay, so the use case is before moving to some other component, if you want to execute some functionality, we can use this ng on destroy hook. Okay, so we can move on the another hook, ng do check. So the ng do check hook will be executed frequently whenever any changes happened in our component side. So the first time it will be executed after initiating our ng on in hook. Since it is running frequently, it will create some performance impact in our application. So try to avoid using this hook. Use whenever it is really needed. If you don't have any other alternate option, you can use this hook. Okay. So let me show you from the code. So we can use the same child component. So here, ng do check. Let me comment this one. Otherwise, it will be executing many times. We will get a confusion. In the very initial time, I just refresh to the screen. Our ng on in hook will be executed one time, but this ng do check runs 3 times. So also if I'm making some changes here, see, whenever I'm making any changes here, so this hook will be executed automatically. So the problem is if you are including any of the function, so whenever any changes happened in the component side, it will be executed automatically. So anyway, let me comment this one. Okay. Next we can move on ng after content int. Similarly, we can see ng after vivint. And in this content int we have a content checked. Okay, similarly in this view int we have this view checked. First let me give the difference between these hooks. Okay, because all are look like a similar one only. First the ng after content in hook will be executed once our projected content is completely loaded. Okay, so we are used to this parent child relationship. This is our parent component and child component. Okay, so currently we are not passing any content, we are just passing the data only. By using the ng content option, we can transfer some content also, like we can pass the html content. Okay, so that I will cover in the separate video. So just to consider, we have a parent component. From this parent I am passing some html to our child component. Okay, so in this case, once our transferred content is completely initiated here, then this after content hook will be executed. Okay, and also this hook will be executed only once. Okay, similarly this content checked, if there is any changes happened in our projected content, so then this hook will be executed. This ng after content checked, this hook will be executed many times. Okay, similarly this ng after viewint, so this hook will be executed components view and components children's view both are initiated, then this hook will be executed. Okay, and again this hook also executed only once. The same way, if there is any changes happen, then this ng after view checked hook will be executed, and obviously this hook also will be executed multiple times. We can add everything. First adding this ng after viewint. Okay, See the syntax: a caps, b caps, and this int caps. Okay, and adding this ng after view checked. Okay, so the same way we can add ng after content int. Similarly, we can include ng after content checked. Since we don't have any projected content, it will be executed. Okay, so now if you look at here in this console side, you can see ng after content is called, then ng after content checked is called, similarly ng after viewing is called, and ng after view checked also called here. Here the thing is both initiation methods. Okay, this one and this event is called one time only. Okay, but other two, the checked, the very initial time it's called. Okay, both the hooks. After that it's called once again. So the reason is in the child component we have some input field. Okay, so the initial value change also it is executed. So again, if I'm trying to make some changes here, see, both the hooks are executed. This check the hooks. Okay, so now we are in the end of the video. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.